There's a lot that happens backstage at WWE that we don't know of. Sometimes we only hear about them through reports, and rather than seeing it actually happen on TV. A lot of this has changed when WWE decided to extensively start filming backstage content, leading us to see some of the most incredible moments and interactions as they happen in real life. WrestleMania 30 was a significant event for several reasons. The most remembered moment of the show was The Undertaker's legendary WrestleMania victory streak ending in a match that saw him get badly concussed. Not many know of this, but Vince McMahon abandoned his station backstage in gorilla position to check on The Undertaker and even went with him to the hospital, missing Daniel Bryan's championship coronation to end the evening. McMahon thankfully had a more wholesome moment 2 years later with his son Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 32. Shane returned to the WWE after a 7-year absence to face The Undertaker at Mania in a Hell in a Cell match. After Shane O'Mac put his body through hell and back, he was embraced by his father backstage, and McMahon legitimately was tearing up. It was a touching moment, even more so when you hear that Shane was saying it as one of the first pats on the back he ever received. Wow, takes a long time to get that pat on the back. Another star who had his body put through hell at WrestleMania was The Miz in 2011. Although his main event against John Cena is remembered for all of the wrong reasons, many forget that he suffered a legitimate concussion towards the end of the match. Footage immediately after saw 3 doctors surrounding The Miz asking him if he remembered the match, to which he said no. There was a more empathetic moment after that with The Rock consoling him and telling him he deserved the spot. The Miz was once considered undeserving, and so was Roman Reigns in the eyes of some fans. The now tribal chief headlined WrestleMania for the 6th time in his career at WrestleMania in 2022 and became the undisputed Universal Champion in the process. Footage of a brief backstage moment saw Stone Cold Steve Austin tell Reigns this:
"Brother, you've been putting all the pieces together, and you're doing an amazing job. You've really arrived, and I'm really proud of you."
This was a surreal interaction that would have gotten a massive pop from any live audience. Another special moment that the live audience didn't get to see involved The Undertaker. Obviously, after losing the streak to Lesnar at WrestleMania 30, his comeback the next year had to be a significant one, and he was booked to return against Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 31. But in hindsight, the backstage footage showed an Undertaker that was wavering, one that was nervous, which was stunning, given this was 25 years into one of the all-time greatest careers in professional wrestling. Triple H, who could see the state of his old rival, wavering there in the moment backstage, walked up to him and told him these encouraging words: "Remind them who the you are." And it definitely helped motivate him as he went on to put on a solid match. In those same moments of pacing doubt, The Undertaker then interacted with Brock Lesnar, who gave him some extra oomph right before he went through the curtain at WrestleMania 31. Lesnar simply approaching him and telling him, "Are you gonna get some? I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna bring it back to you." It was a momentary interaction, and after which Lesnar was seen watching his old rival pin Bray Wyatt. Although it was a simple gesture, it speaks volumes of the kind of person Brock Lesnar really is behind the curtain. Brock Lesnar wasn't nearly as happy a few years later at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. He headlined The Affair against Roman Reigns in what many saw as the worst WrestleMania main event of the 2010s. He retained the Universal Championship in a shocking twist, but the fan reaction to the finish didn't matter to him, as he knew how bad the match got a reaction from fans. Footage from him backstage caught an immediate aftermath, with Lesnar storming into the gorilla position and simply throwing the Universal Championship in the direction of Vince McMahon. While nobody got hurt, the tension in the room was palpable, and Vince McMahon shouted, "Hey, asshole," back at Lesnar. If that were any other superstar, we wonder what McMahon's reaction would have been. Vince McMahon shared elation and joy after WrestleMania 35. The show was an unprecedented move by the company, having women headline WrestleMania for the first time in its history, with Becky Lynch winning both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. The WWE 24/7 special about her must-be-seen rise to the top was perhaps even more touching, as her post-match interview was interrupted by an embrace from Vince McMahon, sharing in the joy of the moment. Given how she was handled for the next few years, it's safe to say that WWE viewed her as a made superstar.